Hello and welcome to my Lies of P playthrough. Uh, fellas, this game has pretty much took over my life. Ever since it was added to the PlayStation Store, I just can't stop playing it. And just yesterday, I bought the latest DLC, which released recently. I think it was sometime in July, early July, mid July, sometime around there. Uh, But yeah, this is a Souls-like game, which might put some people off, but thankfully you guys are in luck because I think this game might actually be the perfect starting point if you're wanting to get into Souls-likes because this is one of the few Souls-like games that actually lets you alter the difficulty. And on that note, I'm going to be playing on the easiest because I am not I'm not the best when it comes to these games. Uh, I mainly I mainly just like the setting and the atmosphere and the story. And this game is just I don't know. It might be a perfect 10 for me. I'll be honest, because it is it's scratching all the itches. And I wish I could go back in time and slap myself because I actually played this game on Game Pass when it first came out. I think it was a day one exclusive for Game Pass on Xbox, and I wasn't really a fan of it. I don't know if it was the difficulty or what, but back then I was kind of a FromSoft purist because every Souls-like game I played, uh, they were either like too difficult and or just difficult for no reason. Because a lot of those games, their definition of difficulty is just the volume of enemies that they can throw at you and stuff. So, anyways, enough yapping. Uh, let's just get into it. I'll tell you guys a little bit about the story too once we get in. But I was actually pretty deep into it. I was level like 73 somewhere around there, and yeah, I deleted my save file so I could focus on recording stuff.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
All right, that's pretty much the only intro you get. Wait a minute, benefit offer? Oh yeah, I think that's
Ah, there you are.
some of the Chinese New Year
I've
stuff.
been looking all over for you.
Let's see. Here's the first item.
I see they got Jiminy too. But we have to hurry. My name is Sophia. Please come to Hotel Krat, and I'll explain what's happening. Jiminy, please escort him to the hotel.
Monod's lamp. Yes, use the belt. I already know that stuff. You guys can read that if you want to. Equip items and gestures on the extra bag. The extra bag is something I never use. Uh, which I probably should, but it's...
Let's get you out of there. Find something that might help.
I also tried recording the Hell Is Us, the demo, but it didn't really pan out, so I decided to just
The streets
jump
are
ship onto this
unsafe.
game.
Arm yourself with one of the weapons over there. It'll be helpful on your way to the hotel.
Yep, we are going with balance, because I really like this saber you get.
Destination Hotel Krat. Recommend escaping from this location.
And, yeah, here we go. Yeah, you can turn Jiminy on. Give me a little bit of light. But yeah, this since fall's coming up, spooky season's upon us. Uh, I figured this is a pretty good game to play for that because it is a surprisingly long game as well. So it'll probably last us for a pretty good while. Pulse cells to recover HP. That's pretty much Estus flasks for anybody that's played Dark Souls. Greatest show on earth. And yeah, I pretty much stuck with the saber for my entire other playthrough. I haven't really took it off. I've just been constantly upgrading it because I like it so good. And for other stuff I've been up to, I've been tried out the Battlefield 6 beta recently. I'll be honest, I wasn't really a fan of it. I don't know if I've lost my multiplayer mojo or whatever, but it just, I don't know which. It just didn't do it for me. Block attacks by guard regain. You can attack enemies to recover HP. Perfect guard. So yeah, basically, there's some pretty cool systems. This game basically improves on pretty much everything from the Souls games. The the quests and stuff are still pretty cryptic and everything, but you know you can actually see the side quests on the map and everything, and it's just better in a lot of regards. Something else is there's actually weapon breaks that you can do, which is if you perfectly block so many enemy attacks, or if you play aggressive and you keep attacking the enemy, their weapons can actually break. You can break them to where they don't do as much damage, or they can't do certain moves anymore, or something like that. It's just good, trust me. And you can also do backstabs on unsuspecting enemies. I do want to try and do everything there is to do, because there's records to collect, and there's pretty interesting side quests, and yeah, I just want to do it all. Because I was on the fast track to doing everything in my last playthrough. Passenger's note. If anyone finds this note, get out of the station and run. Be sure to steer clear of the waiting room. I saw a huge puppet smashing people to death in there. I locked the door, but I don't know if that'll work. At least it should stop people from randomly coming in. I'm going to die soon, so I want to help you, even if it's not much. Please survive, anyone. A nice fellow. Yeah, and I think the big puppet's right over there. He's pretty much the tutorial boss, if you want to call this a tutorial. Oh, jeez, Rick. But yeah, if you want another description for this game, this is pretty much the French version of Bloodborne. If you play Bloodborne, and if you haven't, I would highly recommend it. Although it is much harder than this one. Lock device, pretty much shortcuts. If you If you explore, you can get behind doors and open them to make the run back faster in case you die. There's typical stuff here. Also, at bottom right corner above my weapons there, you can see the durability on them, and you can actually have this thing called a grinder, and you can sharpen your sword if that gets too low. This game has a lot of interesting little mechanics later on, but we're stuck with the bare minimum at the moment. Come here, big boy. Shoot. And if you've played Sekiro, you know, this game's kind of a combination of Bloodborne and Sekiro, where, dang, I triggered a bunch of pop-ups there. Yeah, this game has stagger meters. It doesn't show you the stagger meter, but if you play aggressive, you can eventually knock enemies into a stagger state, and then you can pull off a fancy move like this. Krat Central Station key, and I got a workshop union thingamabob, which, you know, I'll take you through the. Oh yeah, this is the DLC stuff. Well, the top two are. The bottom two are just, I got those two just for starting the game. Festive stuff, there's the Chinese New Year stuff, I'm guessing. I don't really know, to be honest. What attachment did I get? Ah, this one. Physical damage reduction. And yeah, there's the typical stuff here. You've got costumes you can equip. You can put on glasses, hats. You can find outfits for defeating certain enemies. But I'll be honest, I stuck with this look for a really long time. Just because there's not really that many outfits I like so far. I was 18 hours into the my other playthrough, but there was only like one outfit I liked that I found. So yeah, that was the tutorial. So let's head out into Krat. Oh yeah, the big city. And here is our, here's Liza P's version of a bonfire. Stargazers recover HP and stamina, and it also revives enemies.
This is called a stargazer. A marvelous device the stalkers used in the past.
Warning. Puppet threshold exceeds danger estimates. Please reduce puppet numbers or reset danger parameters.
As we are not strong enough to beat the puppets. But if I lend my power to this stargazer for a moment. Gather ergo, clever one. This stargazer will make you stronger. But the stargazer's strength doesn't last forever, so be careful with it. Hurry up and come to Hotel Krat.
Okay, from here we can use, we can level up with ergo, which is basically souls that we collect from enemies. And we also find ergo chunks laying around, which are pretty much just money that doesn't go into our main stash up there in the top right. You can see down there in the bottom left it says add ergo, and we can just consume fragments from here, which is another good thing this game has on Dark Souls or any other FromSoft game really. I need a little bit more to level up, and I might as well do that because I don't really have any vendors or any shops open at the moment. So vitality is your HP, and also your resistances. Pretty much everything raises your resistances, I do believe. Capacity has your weight limits and stuff, which is also important to manage. I've never actually went over the weight limit in this game, but I know in the Dark Souls games, if you had too much stuff equipped, you would fat roll, which basically means that you lose your invincibility frames when you dodge and stuff like this, or you dodge slower and you can get hit easier. Uh, so yeah, I'm at 15 minutes, so I guess I could do some more. I was kind of leery. Hopefully, I can get to the next. Whoa, doggy. And yeah, I never actually finished my thought that I was having earlier about the Sekiro thing, because this game is it's a blend of Bloodborne and Sekiro both, because uh, you've got a prosthetic arm, and you can modify it and you can swap it out with other stuff that gives you some really cool abilities later. Right now, I'm pretty sure it's just a punch. You can charge it up and bash somebody. I imagine that's good for breaking or staggering them and breaking their weapons and stuff, their guards. But I don't remember using this thing that often. There's some really cool looking arms, but I've only ever used two. Whoa, chill. Sawtooth Wheel, Fable Catalyst. Hey, there's some lore. The Krat Grand Exhibition has been delayed. The decision was made to protect the citizens until the puppet frenzy that has recently paralyzed the city is under control. The occurrence began on Rosa Isabel Street, resulting in hundreds of casualties. While the cause is still unknown, the number of casualties and the scale of damage are both growing. As the crisis dragged on, the workshop and Vanini Company, Krat's largest puppet factory, announced that they would offer emergency supplies to citizens and do everything they could to alleviate the situation. A task force is investigating the possibility of a fatal loss of the Grand Covenant, which is the control protocol of the workshop's puppets. However, there is no quick solution as of now, with the puppet frenzy resulting in more casualties. As the city braces for a resurgence of the petrification disease, the citizens were advised to stay indoors for their safety. However, many citizens are trying to escape through Krat Central Station, intensifying the general chaos. So yeah, a lot of stuff there that'll come into play later. Explore this and get everything. I was worried. I looked up some stuff about quests and everything. There's some kind of hidden NPCs that you can't really find unless you're really observant. And I was worried that I might have missed some, because I do want to do all the NPC quest lines and everything as well. Because you get some pretty snazzy rewards. And by that I mean some really good music most of the time. You get records you can play once you get to the main hub area. And I'm pretty sure that stuff's copyrighted. But I'm not really that popular, so I really don't give a frig. Unless my video gets taken down because of it or something, but... Press and hold circle to dash. You can also jump forward, I think with L3. This is a shortcut, I think. Yep, I don't think I can open that yet. And also, I got up early this morning. I stayed up all night with the itch just to record some stuff from this game, and I decided to scrap my Star Wars Battlefront 2 playthrough entirely, which I was only 3 episodes deep, but I just wasn't really happy with how those turned out. But you know, I'm not too upset about it. I mean, it's all just a learning experience and stuff, trying to find out what you're comfortable with and everything. I don't know if I'll ever revisit it or what, but you know, the magic's kind of lost. The whole reason I did that was kind of because the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Resurgence thing was in full swing, which kind of got me on the ball to record that stuff. Fury attacks, basically undodgeable attacks. If you see the enemy glow red, you either have to stagger them before they can pull it off like that, or you just have to tank it. Sheesh. Got him. And right up here is the hotel. That is the hub area for this game.
Destination Hotel Krat. Optimal location for observing the destination.
Go ahead and sharpen this up. Nice try. You can also do drop attacks on unsuspecting enemies, which there's no snazzy animation or nothing. Also, I wasn't able to pull it off there, so they do quite a bit of damage though. Okay, there's an item back here. Nini's urgent repair tool. I've never used those. I don't know what. I'm guessing that if you can probably unequip your grinder if you want to put something else there, something more useful. And I imagine that's how you repair your weapon if you in a pinch. Oh, I was about to stake my half. Oh yeah, and also there's Fable attacks, which are these big wind-up moves you can do. I hardly ever use them, but I should use them more, because as you kill enemies, you also accumulate Fable charges, and as you can see down there in the bottom right, if you have 3 of them, you can pull off a big move with your currently equipped weapon, and you can also pull them off when you block. We are coming up on our first boss. I didn't think we'd get this far, honestly. At least in the first video. I guess I'm making a pretty good time. Okay, let me level up again real quick. See if I can, bump my stamina. And I'll go ahead and use all these too. I guess I need to bump health more thing right now. In my last playthrough, I got vigor and vitality to 20. I bumped these a little bit on the way, but I sat at 20 with those for a long time.
Welcome to Krat, visitor. I didn't think you didn't hear?
Oops.
Figures. The whole organization fell apart. All that's left are wannabes and amateurs who think they can fight on their own. You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone. Out here alone? You could use some help. Here's a festival gift for you. Now get yourself something useful.
If I can, I'd like to buy, yeah, I'd like to buy one of those. Electric Blitz. Because, just like in Bloodborne or every other Souls game, every enemy has a weakness. And puppets are weak to electric damage. Also, I don't know if there's an item back here or not, but I guess I could go check. Ah, there is. Introducing the Parade Puppet. Here appears a terrific puppet that will enliven the parade. Introducing Parade Master, a remarkable parade puppet model from the workshop to celebrate the grand exhibition. Hello there, I am the Parade Master. I like singing and marching with people. The Parade Master has the following functions: 16 jolly songs, cheerful laughter, and 54 parade phrases. Parade dances to delight children, the strength to carry 6 men on his shoulders. This Parade Master was made in commemoration of the Grand Exhibition. Check out its charms on the eve of the upcoming exhibition. And that is a hint to what this boss is going to be. Let me check my time. I might be able to squeeze it in if I've got if I'm pretty good, which, you know, that is all up to fate, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I don't think I have anything else I can equip to help me with this fight. Oh, I could put some thermites on, I guess. Thermite's more useful against later enemies, but hey, if you're in a pinch, you might as well use it. And here we go, our first real boss. Alright, mister. I think he's going into phase 2. He doesn't take a lot of damage while he's transforming like that. Here, I'll try to show off the Fable art right here. Yeah, there you go. I staggered him before he could do his red attack, and I almost got him. Alright, I've gotten quite a bit better. Even on the lowest difficulty, these guys can still be quite a threat if you aren't prepared. So yeah, that was the first boss. And usually there's a stargazer that appears when you defeat a boss, but since we're so close to Hotel Krat, we can just head on up. There's a few items to grab out here. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you ain't getting the full experience because you ain't played on the hardest difficulty and all this other crap, but like I said, I really care about the story. I don't really care about that stuff. If you want to see me play a rage game, I bought Cuphead recently when it was on sale, so and also trust me, I will be dying plenty later on because later on it's a little bit ridiculous. Let's see, what does this say? Hotel Krat, the greatest luxury you will ever experience. Treat yourself to an unforgettable day.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel security excludes puppets like you. So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
Yeah, that's another big thing about the game that I was waiting to mention is that there's this lying mechanic You can choose what you want to say to certain people. Uh, Certain dialogue options increase your humanity, which influences what ending you'll get. Hidden Moonstone, which is a weapon upgrade material. And I guess you're the only. That's why the game's called Liza P. Is because you're the only puppet that can lie and get away with it, I guess. All right, let's head on in.
Welcome to the sanctuary of the Grand Covenant. Prove your identity. Who are you?
I'm a real boy.
Grand Covenant's fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. Welcome to Hotel Krat.
Oh yeah. You see the springs are reacting there. I'm not 100% sure what that really means, but I guess it's like I said, I'm becoming a little more human. And now we get the snazzy intro sequence. While this is going, I guess I'll just go ahead and yap a little bit more. But something I find even more interesting, because I'm not really big on the whole Pinocchio story. I mean, I watched the Disney Pinocchio when I was little, but I don't really remember anything about it because I was that small. But the developers of this game are actually working on another game, which is it's another Souls-like game, but it's set in the world of the Wizard of Oz, which I think that has a lot of potential, even more so than this game. And they cooked with this one, I'll be honest. So I think that might be my most anticipated game at the moment, unless I'm forgetting something. But considering they just released the DLC for this game, that one's probably still a long ways away. Something else, I couldn't really remember which one it was, because for some reason I thought that they were making an Alice in Wonderland Dark Souls type game, and that's a really cool idea as well, because Alice in Wonderland's already kind of dark, so at times. Oh yeah. And now we are at the hotel.
I'm so happy to see you. I am Sophia. I've been waiting for you. Searched all over the city of Krat to find you. You must have questions. Geppetto will have answers. But we have to find him first. He was last seen on Elysian Boulevard. All of Krat is dangerous for humans. And that neighborhood is one of the scariest. Please find Geppetto on Elysian Boulevard. I'll explain more once you find him.
can level up through Sophia using the ergo in your possession. Yeah, so basically, this chick, Sophia, is the pretty much the fire keeper from Dark Souls. You can, when you're at the hotel, you have to level up with her, but if you're out in the field, you can level up at Stargazers. I think I'm gonna bump Vitality, and also, I think I'll save my Ergo. I made that mistake quite a bit because I would spend all my Ergo
He's in shock.
and not have enough to level up my weapons.
That's proof you're broken. The real Gemini isn't so calm. I'm no inventor, but perhaps I can fix him. Or perhaps he'll fix himself in time. Wait, take this pocket watch. Krat is a labyrinth of peril right now. This watch will guide you to a safe place. Be careful, clever one.
Thank you. Yeah, pretty much that item lets you just return to Stargazers or the hotel. They're pretty much while you're out and about, if you don't want to run back to
Ergo
one.
is the miracle. Without Ergo, there would be no automated puppets to make Krat wealthy. When you move, you tap into the power of Ergo within you. Gather more Ergo. It will make you stronger. In the folklore of Krat, a cricket often acts as a guide. That is why these automated models became popular. But Gemini is unique. He's more than just a guide. As you get more familiar with Gemini, you'll see what I mean.
Alrighty, that will do it. I'm pretty sure I'm over my time. I'm at I'm at like 36 minutes. Okay, so yeah, in the next episode, we'll take a walk around the hotel and start on our next area. I'm honestly surprised I made such good progress, but yeah, we'll talk to everybody, and this place fills out as you progress and get more NPCs to fill it. There's a lot of empty rooms and blocked off paths and stuff for now, but yeah, I hope you guys like this playthrough. I hope you liked this episode. Let me know what you think, because if you, whenever I found out that I kind of thrive off of feedback when I know you guys like stuff that I post. It kind of gets me on the ball towards working on other stuff. But I do want to record more. In fact, I'm probably going to record a lot more of this today, mainly because I need to catch up with where I was, and yeah, I don't really know when the best time is to start the DLC. I don't even know why I'm mentioning that, because I can't even start the DLC until I hit chapter 9, which is where I got to after 18 hours of playing. So if that tells you anything. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.